Hey guys, how you doing? I'm going to do this quite briefly. I'm going to try to anyway. I don't want to drag it out, but it takes a lot to really get me riled up, especially when it comes to tarantulas. You know, people have their own little ways. Some people prefer doing it to different ways and have luck with it. Fair enough to to those people. However, however, I recently came across a guy on YouTube. I came across him and I noticed when I was commenting on his videos other people from Facebook and YouTube have been doing the same. And his name is here. It's David Barkasy. Um, David, and then it's Barkasy. I will be trying to do this as a video response to some of his videos. If not, I will be sending it to him on posting on his videos. Um, and obviously that's to do with dog goddess inverts and exceptional exotics. He mentions that I don't know if that's a company he works for or what, but yeah, this guy and David, if you hopefully you'll take a couple of minutes to watch this video. I need to raise some points that a lot of people are saying on your videos, but don't seem to be getting through to you. I myself am a very keen tarantula enthusiast, as well as other inverts, as well as the same everyone else who comment on your videos. If you took the time to actually read them and take on board the concerns of other keepers. This is everything from basic enclosures to I'll start with the enclosures. So yeah, enclosures. He has a skeleton tarantula that, let's say, if it was kept in, okay, let's say he was kept in this. This is my spray bottle that I used to spray my teas and missed out. I'd say the length from one side to another is probably about 3 inches, 3.5 inches on this. But obviously the perimeter obviously a bit more. The tarantula, if he had a tarantula in this enclosure, the leg span would be greater than the actual perimeter of the bottom of this water bottle. If that makes sense. So the water, if the bottom of the enclosure is that big, the spider's that big. That's literally. I'm going to show you, guys, just how I keep some of my teas. And David, if you're watching this far, thank you and bear with me. I'm not trying to pick on you as such, but it's really this has got to be addressed. It's really annoying myself and other people, and you can't call yourself a tarantula collector or keeper or whatever you word yourself as if you aren't doing things properly. I have here a couple of tanks. In this one, 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. No, sorry, 18 by 2 foot. Sorry, this is my female Sampras Romina. Plenty of room to crawl around and do her own thing. It's a bit dark. If I turn the light on, it might help. No, not really. But yeah, plenty of room in here. These two enclosures. These are, how high are these? 18 inches, 2 foot. These are coffin tanks. And if you look in the back there, hopefully you'll be able to see it. A P Metallica. In here, the same as well. Up there, there's a P Metallica. Arboreal, plenty of room for these spiders to, do what they need to web up an enclosure. Obviously I've got a load of brackies. These are slings, few inches. So they're in these tubs. You can get 10 of these from like the spider shop for like 10 quid. If you look on the website, it says you can get enclosures for nothing. All my slings here, even some of my slings are probably in larger enclosures than your adult spiders. If I look over here, so this is my female Lasiodora Parahybana. This is Zelda, as a lot of my friends and YouTube followers and Facebook friends will know. This is my favourite tea. This tank is like 3 foot by 1.5 by 1.5, and it's, if you look at it, you can see how big. She doesn't look that big there because she's all curled up, but look at the room that she has. Seriously, plants, got some moss, and hide for her, a nice water bowl. She has everything she needs. She's not a burrower, so I don't give her too much substrate. Shallow ends probably a couple of inches, deep apart probably about 4 inches. in this enclosure, if I just borrow her light, this is the tank of my female Nandu chromatus, and yeah, I mean, you can see you've got bark in there, some pebbles. The deep end of this tank, this is a 3 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. The deep end of this enclosure is 7 inches deep with substrate. For a spider that's about 7 inches, with obviously decorations on top as well. So she has plenty of room to burrow, because she does burrow. So that's why I provided for her. Obviously Zelda doesn't burrow, so what's the point, to go excessive with it. I mean, I have a tank up here, not yet in use. This is will be used for my pokies when they get a bit bigger as a communal, and when they get to about 2 inches. This tank's 18 inches by 10 inches by 10 inches, I think. So that'll be fine for a few 3-inch specimens. I've got quite a few to put in there as a communal. So you should really provide tanks big enough for your spiders, not as big as you need them to have enough room to move around. So yeah, that's basically my part on the enclosures, because guys, I mean, the main one is what I saw that kind of sickened me was the skeleton tarantula, which I stated obviously with the water bottle as an example, of just how small the enclosures are. These need really room to, if they're terrestrial, like Zelda is here, she has plenty of room to roam around and prowl and whatever. More digging species, or deeper substrates, if they're arboreal, give them height so they can web up and do what they do. The next thing is handling. I mean, I handle my tarantulas, but which, I mean, a lot of people, if you look at my videos, some people say you shouldn't do it and whatever. Fair enough, but I always handle as low as I can. My hand, sometimes I need like a couple of inches from my bed, so if the spider was to fall, no harm would be caused to it. The next thing, which is my main point, this actually sickened me and a few other people. There's a video where you have an OBT, I believe it is, P. marinus, and it's on its back, in like a threat posture. So to demonstrate how aggressive it is, you grab its closuri, its jaws, mandibles, whatever you want to call them. I call them closuri. Yeah, you grab them with a pair of tweezers, and you actually pull off one of the mandibles with the fang. This tarantula then falls to the floor, and you just cup it. You don't take any care whether you hit it. I don't know if you did squash it or not. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be in the hobby, I'd really recommend that you just take a minute to just spend a bit of money, get some decent enclosures. Because there's no point in having an animal if you can't look after it properly. Not only that, if you're not going to do that, which you should, either you should sell your collection, give them to people. I think you're American, so I mean, there's Rob C and other people in America who would probably take them off your hands. I don't know. If they saw the state of your collection, I'm sure they would. I would. I'd pay import fees. Just really, you need to. I think you should do your research and try and learn more about the different species that you have, their needs, and provide them for them. Not, I mean, stress levels of a tarantula, dropping a mouse in with a Goliath, and the Goliath was stressed out. If you watch that video, I really think you need to do your research before you're buying all these exotic pets. I wouldn't call you a tarantula collector. As such, yes, you might have a collection of tarantulas, but you don't collect them in the same way that myself and other people in the hobby do, where you provide them with, adequate, decent enclosures with all the needs that they need. I mean, Pneumatalicus burrow, look at that, it's like 7 inches of substrate, and then like the rest, this is what you should provide for them. So yeah, I could talk for ages, but I've got to finish up because my time's up. Guys, please let me know what you think. David, if you have seen this, please leave me a comment or send me a message. It'd be good to speak to you. And yeah, guys, that's some information on him. Cheers for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.